Aloha everybody, my name is Alyssa Rose. I've been on the Big Island for 8 years now, and I moved here from Asheville, North Carolina, where I lived for 15 years and studied many different healing arts. There I was introduced to Deepak Chopra. I attended 3 of his courses, Seduction of Spirit, Magic of Healing, and Primordial Sound Meditation. I also became involved in Unity and Science of Mind centers, where I learned to use affirmations and the law of attraction. Without going into my background any further, I'd like to mention where I'm currently at in my daily practice. I do about 30 minutes of guided meditation with music and affirmations. I also do yoga and ecstatic dance on a regular basis too, which are also terms of moving meditation. Meditations and affirmations bring me joy and abundance in so many ways. And now it's time for me to share my knowledge and experience with others. That is why I've decided to design a 12-week course. My first inspiration for this course came from a book I found at New Thought Center. It's called White Magic for Abundance by Shankari the Alchemist. She suggested that in order to receive abundance, you must free yourself of negative thoughts and emotions in your life. They are like holes in an abundance bucket. This is my abundance bucket, and those are some of my holes. And some of the affirmations that she gave us in the book are, I am grateful and appreciating life. I claim my full potential as a magnet for wealth. I claim creativity and spiritual strength. I claim complete fulfillment. So this is just a metaphor of what we are going to work on in our class, an abundance bucket. We're going to fill it up. But what we want to release to get rid of the holes is the fear, resentment, anger, guilt, greed, the petty tyrant, shame, frustration, jealousy, competitiveness, vanity, and unconsciousness. These will keep you from joy and abundance in your life. And I believe she's right on. So through meditations and affirmations and other healing modalities, we'll align with our true spirit and awaken to abundance and joy. We'll also do rituals for gratitude and forgiveness, 2 other important ingredients for healing our mind, body, and soul. Other techniques I'd like to use in the course are chanting mantras, breathing exercises, yoga, qigong, dance, journaling, vision boards, movies, kinesiology, and the tapping techniques. Now I'd like to introduce to you Cecily Redding. I'd like to introduce to you my best friend, Cecily Redding. Hi, Cecily.
Hello, so happy to be here.
Oh, thanks. So I brought Cecily here so that we could do a demonstration on the tapping technique and kinesiology. Both of us have quite a bit of experience on this. So could you tell me a little bit about your experience with the tapping technique?
Sure, I first learned about tapping about 5 years ago when I was going through a tough breakup with my boyfriend. And I thought it was really helpful. I hadn't ever had any experience with it before, and then after I kind of healed through that relationship, I forgot about using tapping until maybe about a year ago. And then I started tapping a lot. And I just find it really helpful. It reduces my anxiety level, and I feel more comfortable with myself.
What would you say was your greatest success story using the tapping technique?
I was working with a company selling timeshares, and it was a lot of pressure, and sometimes I would just feel really overwhelmed. So I would just go outside and sit and do some tapping, and I just always felt so much more comfortable and better afterwards. Go sit, make a big sale.
So you mentioned earlier to me that one of your biggest anxieties or fears is about relationships. What is it about relationships that causes you anxiety?
When they don't work.
When they don't work.
And when I am quite attached and to the person that I'm with, and it's not working. And of course, my expanded self, my God self, knows that everything is in my highest good, but my ego sometimes doesn't quite catch up with me. So, it's just that anxiety about wanting the relationship to work, and then it doesn't. Disappointment and sadness just seem to envelop me.
So let's work on that a little bit today. So we're going to stand up, and we're going to do, first we'll do some muscles testing, which is the kinesiology, and then we're going to do the EFT, emotional freeing technique, the tapping, and then we'll retest you with the kinesiology and see if we can make some progress.
Okay.
Okay, let's stand up. Okay, so let's raise this arm here, just about to that level. And so I'm going to ask you to think of something that was very happy for you, something that happened that was really happy in your life. And then I'm going to ask you to hold.
Okay.
Hold. Okay, test is very strong.
Okay.
Okay, now let's think of something that was very sad for you.
Okay. I'm not crying. All right.
Okay. Okay, hold. It was mushy,
Yeah.
so you could see it wasn't as strong as the other one.
Right.
And she's already crying. Okay, so anyway, we're going to reprogram doing the tapping technique.
Okay.
She's going to say an affirmation, and then I'm going to also tap with her. And because you can tap with another person, and even when they're not there, as long as they give you permission, and this is also very healing. And we'll see if we can make some progress. Okay, so what is your statement?
Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything is happening in my highest good, and I will be fine.
Okay. And then I'm going to say the same statement. I'm going to say it in my mind, and she's going to say it out loud. And I'm also going to add on there, and that I love and accept her just the way she is. Okay, so let's begin.
Okay, well, I know there's different systems of tapping, but this
Right.
is the one that I use. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything is happening in my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable about this relationship not working and anxious, I know that everything is happening in my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that I will be fine and everything is happening in my highest good. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know everything happens in my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything happens for my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything is happening in my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything happens for my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything happens in my highest good, and I will be fine. Even though I feel uncomfortable and anxious about this relationship not working, I know that everything happens for my highest good, and I will be fine.
Okay, so let's test now. So put your arm out. Now, is Cecily free from all her fear and anxiety about any particular relationship? Hold. Very strong. Yay! So thank you so much, Cecily, for being here. Basically, in tapping, also known as emotional freeing technique, and in kinesiology, we are tapping on energy centers called meridians. This is an ancient science from China, and I found it most powerful in healing the body and mind from illnesses and negative emotions. Now I'd like to introduce you to my friend Lorraine Cohn. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Alyssa.
We first met at New Thought Center probably about 8 years ago. And how long have you been a member of New Thought Center?
12 years.
12 years. And has that influenced you in a positive way? Can you tell me a little bit how it has changed your life being a member at New Thought Center? And
Sure, Alyssa. New Thought Center of Hawaii is a non-denominational interfaith group, and I have found community there. So this is under the umbrella of a group of organizations that it would include Science of Mind, Religious Science, Unity, and New Thought believes that we are all informed and perfect in our divinity, our own self. So there is no minister at New Thought. Every Sunday there is a different speaker, and it gives people a chance to speak to others about their own spiritual path. And I've found this very empowering to see a range of different paths and to know that we're all evolving in our perfection. And so I would say not only is it interesting, entertaining, providing community, music, sharing of food and things like that, I think truth, as seen through a variety of different perspectives, there's something about it where there's a central truth that I really respond to. So I feel very grateful to be a part of that community.
me too. That's why I've chosen that place to hold my 12-week course. So,
Great.
yeah. So that's why I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And then I was wondering if you could tell us what do you do to create joy and abundance in your life?
For myself, I practice acceptance of what is, and I find that no matter what the circumstance or situation is, if I can get myself out of the way, there's a way to come to terms with what is by accepting, allowing, and appreciating whatever is going on. So I think one way that I discipline myself to do that is through yoga. So I'm an avid yoga practitioner, and I also teach class once a week, mainly because I want to pay it forward because yoga has done so much for me. But in yoga, we develop the witness perspective through which we can watch what's going on with just a degree of detachment that allows us to be more present for life without filtering it so strongly through a personal attachment to things turning out a certain way.
Like the observer.
Like being the observer,
yeah.
exactly, and just being present. So I think that just breathing and moving simultaneously through a sequence of postures with the help of an instructor has helped me very much to live more in my body, to be more in tune with my breath, and more able to be with what is, regardless of what it might look like that day. But I would say in general, through the practice of yoga, my life is looking a little bit better. And it's just because I feel healthier and happier living in my own skin. So that's one practice. And also I've learned to meditate at Konalana Yoga Ashram, where I did my yoga teacher training. And I feel that meditating, again, helps me to develop the awareness when I'm looking at myself thinking the thoughts, then I know that those thoughts are not who I am. So there's freedom in that. And every day is different. I can't say I'm enlightened now, but every day I wake up with the goal to be more present with life, to have more appreciation, to live with love and gratitude. And I feel like the practice of gratitude and the ability to be in the beauty that we're so lucky to be surrounded with in Hawaii has been a skill that I've been developing. So today is a gorgeous day, and that really helps me to feel the joy and the abundance. And also making the distinction between abundance in beauty and all the diversity of life and prosperity. So sometimes life agrees with me financially, more so some days than others. but I still feel an ongoing connection to the abundance of life and the realization that yes, this is all grace, undeserved kindness, and the divine presence that's always around if we can open to see that.
Beautiful. That I agree with everything that you say. I am a practitioner of yoga too. I've been practicing for about 40 years, and meditation too. And I agree with you. It's transformed my life. It's made it more joyful and healthy. I feel much healthier doing yoga and meditation, and happier. Brings me joy and the feeling of abundance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. Some of the affirmations we'll be using are from very famous authors of self-help books, which I've read over the decades. Louise Hay, who is famous for the book Heal Your Body. She is the queen of affirmations and healed herself of cancer many years ago. Deepak Chopra, my favorite meditation instructor. Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now. Abraham Hicks, known for the vortex and the law of attraction teachings. Ken Keyes Jr., author of Handbook to Higher Consciousness. Byron Katie, known for the work. Asara Lovejoy, author of One Command, a 6-step practice to attract abundance. And Shankari the Alchemist, as I mentioned earlier. One of the most profound teachings I found came from Ken Keyes Jr. from Handbook to Higher Consciousness. I paraphrased and memorized his affirmations and have been using them for many years. Whenever I'm upset or feeling out of balance, I say them out loud and feel better instantly. So here they are, and I'm going to do the tapping with it, which is going to help program these affirmations. I am freeing myself from security, sensation, and power addictions. I am discovering how my addictions create illusions. I welcome the opportunity to reprogram my addictions. I have everything I need to enjoy my here and now. I am fully responsible for everything I feel, think, say, or do. I act freely when I'm loving and avoid acting when I'm upset. I am continually calming the restless scanning of my rational mind. I accept myself completely here and now. I feel with loving compassion the problems of others without getting caught up in them. I am communicating my deepest feelings. I am constantly aware of which of my centers of consciousness I am using. I am perceiving myself and others as awakening beings into higher consciousness. I'd like to conclude with a short meditation written by Deepak Chopra and taken from his A to Z affirmations recording. You can close your eyes and listen, or you can look at the mandala on the screen while you listen. So to begin, take a deep breath, exhale. I'm going to put a little bit of music on in the background. This is taken from Deepak Chopra's album. N is for nurturing. In the words of Jesus Christ, love others as well as you love yourself. Why? Because the other is yourself. Every circumstance, every event is a mirror of what's going on inside ourselves. So let us begin to see the world as a mirror. Today's affirmation is to literally nurture ourselves by nurturing the world. Today I will nurture the world and all my relationships with attention, affection, appreciation, tenderness, beauty, and love. Today I will pay attention. Attention means I will listen today without having the need to respond. I will listen with the eyes of the flesh. I will listen with the eyes of the mind. I will listen with the eyes of the heart. I will listen with the eyes of the soul. Today, I will pay attention. Today, I will also practice affection. I will lovingly show my nurturing to others through tender touch, through hugs, through body language, through eye movements. Today, I will express my affection. Today, I will also express appreciation by noticing the good things in people and by telling them honestly what I notice that is so good in them. Today, I will express my appreciation by noticing the good things in people. Today, I will let go of my violent mind and experience the tenderness that comes from nature that is embodied in the feminine energy of the universe. Today, I will experience tenderness and release tenderness to the world. Today, I will see the beauty is this tenderness, and when I see beauty, I know it is truth. When I see beauty, I will know it as love. Today, I will nurture the world and all my relationships with attention, with affection, with appreciation, with tenderness, with beauty, and with love.